Internet. Whose is better, Cox or CenturyLink? Well, sorry about that. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Whose is really better? You know what I'm saying? Here, let's compare. Right? Cox is not really the new guy on the block. They've been around for a long time. They started out as a cable company, about 20 years ago. But the difference is that they're a cable company. They started out, I think, if I remember right, I'm not real sure, as like a satellite kind of like cable thing, or cable box company. And then during the course of the years that they've been alive, and the millions and billions of dollars they've earned, right, they started to update their infrastructure, and now they're laying fiber optic cable all over the place, right? Cox, that's how Cox operates. That's how they work. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how, if everybody knows how fiber optics works, but think of it as like a piece of wire. The ones with the strands in it. Each strand is a different color of light, and in each one of those different colors of light is a different wavelength of the signal. That's why they call it broadband. You understand? This allows Cox to deliver seriously high internet speeds, up to 40, 50, 100 megabytes a second. You understand? It's pretty dang fast. Makes your computer work like lightning. Even them old antique computers, the ones back from the day, the 90s, early 2000s, they work like mad chickens, with that fiber optic 40, 50 megabyte a second internet speed. They do really good. But, back in the day, the cable companies petitioned the government, and all that stuff, and because they were updating the infrastructure of the system, they wanted more money. So the cable bills got higher and higher and higher. And so nowadays, you pay a little bit more money for Cox's internet. Now, on the other hand, CenturyLink, who used to be Southwestern Bell, and then before that it was Pacific Bell, and then before that it was Mountain Bell, and then before that it was just plain Bell. They
Are you still talking on the telephone, or what?
Yeah, I'm making a video right now, Mom. You just walked into it.
Oh.
So anyways, right, here's the difference, right? CenturyLink uses the existing phone lines in your neighborhood, right, and they connect, they're connected to the little green junction box that's spread out to spread their internet, right? So their internet is basically like phone based. See, so the difference is that they can't deliver such high speeds as Cox can with their fiber optics, because in some neighborhoods, in some areas, like here, where my mom's house is, the phone lines have been in the ground since the 50s, right? And so they're old and, decrepit and degenerated and stuff. So basically, if you have an old house, with old phone lines, and you're paying for 20 megabyte a second internet through CenturyLink, you're not getting your money's worth, right? I'm like in the last house where we lived down in Phoenix, in that house where I was made a lot of my videos. That's why we switched from CenturyLink to Cox. We did a line check, and we were paying for 8 megabyte a second internet, but we were only really getting like 2.21 megabytes, right? So basically we were getting burned. You know what I'm saying? But if you live in one of those neighborhoods, in one of those new upscale, fancy, right, housing development neighborhoods that was built within the last 4, 5, 6, 10 years, yeah, you're probably getting your money's worth. You know what I'm saying? Because you have new phone lines, you know what I'm saying, or that update in some areas, like out of California and in the Pacific Northwest, right? They have replaced a lot of the existing old phone lines with brand new fiber optic phone lines, and so now they can achieve those speeds like Cox does. So, are you getting your money's worth? Which one's better? Well, that depends on where you live at. Here, I'm getting 8 megabytes. Yeah, I did a line check. Yeah, the phone lines here are really old, but I did a line check. We're getting about 6.7 here, which ain't too bad. It slows down my uploading speed. You know what I'm saying? Where if I, down in Phoenix, if I was in the city, you know what I'm saying, what, a couple of 100 megabyte video upload would take me, anywhere between 5 and 8 minutes, roughly. Here, the same 250 megabyte video upload takes between 25 and 45 minutes. Right? Is it worth the money? Well, you know what? Internet anywhere is worth the money if that's what your thing is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like my mom. My mom doesn't care about the internet. She's a TV head. Right? And books. She likes to read books. So, you know what I'm saying? So she just watches her stories and a couple of cop TV shows. And she really likes those investigative shows, where like the old cold case stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, she's happy with that. My niece and her boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? They're happy with the television too, because they have, nowadays everybody has the telephone. They're talking to my phone, making a video. You just walked into it. You're going to be on YouTube. Yeah, that's Bay. But anyways, picking up where I was, are you really getting your money's worth from the CenturyLink? Yeah. Well, I don't know. Right? I'm happy just simply because I have internet and I can keep going and keep doing what I'm doing, because I do a lot of other stuff besides YouTube. It slows me down a little bit, but I expect it to be slowed down because of where I am now. You know what I'm saying? I live, I'm in a little tiny town about this big, right? And I get what I expected I was getting, but it allows me to keep doing what I'm doing. Now, if you want to compare Cox and CenturyLink to, say, HughesNet, which is basically old DSL dial-up, well, hey, if you live way out there in the boonies, you know what I'm saying, and that's all you can get, well, that's all you can get. And then HughesNet, from my understanding, I mean, I've never really used it. I've never been connected to it or anything, but my understanding is HughesNet is like antique stuff. I mean, you might as well be sending up smoke signals. That's how slow their shit is. Right? So, who would I say is best? Right now, at this point in time, in Arizona, I would say Cox is best. Right? I don't think Cox is much farther east than, say, New Mexico or Texas or something. I don't know. All I know is about Arizona, right? But CenturyLink, I'm pretty sure, is all out here in the western part of America. And like I said, it depends on how good your phone lines are, right? So who's best? Basically, whoever you're paying for, right?